Good afternoon, good evening to my fellows fans out there tonight. This is Liberia professional motivator and lifestyle developer. It is my pleasure tonight to meet you all on the midnight broadcast. I want to open up your mind to many things tonight from your professional motivator and lifestyle developer. What I want to share with you tonight, it is very significant in our life because the theme for tonight is it is time to have yourself accountable. That is our theme tonight. It is time for you to have yourself accountable. The life that we live today is all about figuring out yourself what is good for you and what is not good for you. Sometimes we try to say that I make a mistake or it is my fault. But you were born with wisdom and you were born with knowledge. God gave you the 5 senses, and the sense of, we have the sense of hearing, the sense of smelling, the sense of tasting, the sense of feelings, and the sense of tasting, 5 senses. So all these senses are put together, and the sense of understanding, seeing things that happen around you. But today we still give excuses on ourselves, saying that I make a mistake. I know you make a mistake. But it is time that you begin to know that you have to take some step in your life. When we talk about life here, we're talking about life that will lead you to your destiny. We are not talking about living, drinking, partying, people taking you out. You know, when you were born, you're born to accomplish. You're not born to be a follower. You was not born to be what? A helper. You were not born to be somebody, driver. You were not born to be somebody on a teddy bear for you, them to carry you around. If you were born to be a destiny follower. But today we make those mistakes and we see them and we look at them. But then we fall into it and we drown into it and we dive into it and we dive into it and we are full into it. And before we realize that it is too late for us, then we are lose everything. We are lose our destiny. We are lose our purpose. We are lose our knowledge. We are lose our accomplishment. We are lose everything that we have to do. So we have to understand that it is time for us to recognize our fault, our errors, our mistakes, and recalibrate and rethink that I am a young woman, I am a young man. Why am I still like this? Why am I not still having somebody dependable? Why am I still just safe in the environment? Why am I still looking like a fool? Why am I still looking like somebody that is, deaf and dumb living person? Think about yourself and about your surrounding and about what have caused you to be where you are today. It's just a movement. It's just an hour for you to think about who you are and what you can do for yourself. We look around the world today that we see many friends, family, brothers and sisters that are still living the same old way, doing the same old thing, living the same old life. What happened? What happened is because we are not thinking out of the box. We have to learn that if I try this, it doesn't work with me, I should begin to have plan A. Plan A is about thinking about new strategy, new ideas, new discoveries of things, new situation of understanding people, new situation of gathering together, new situation of approaching things, new situation of behaviors to be presented out there. If I share with somebody for over 10 years, 15 years, and I'm not getting something out of the person, what will be my next step? Will I still share with that person until eternity? No. So when we look at ourselves today as an individual, as somebody that God made for a purpose, we should have our minds like a satellite that capture every little bit of action that play within its perimeter. When I talk about perimeter, when I talk about capturing you have to be like a satellite that is watching over yourself, that it captured every daily activities, your interaction with your friends, your interaction with your wife, and that your response to your whatever that you do. It should be what? It should be satellite capture events that you will always be able to improve on it. If you're having a boyfriend before that used you for over 5 years and he dumped you, and when he took another wife or take another person, tomorrow when you are trying to engage into another relationship, what do? You begin to what? To understand the person that you are engaging. First, you start observing behavior. You start observing caring for you. You start observing words of encouragement. You start observing, improvement of life. You have to put many things into or you have to capture many things into your understanding of that individual. Because you've been there, you have experienced it before, and you suffer it before. So you have to have those framework and picture them and begin to know how you're taking your next step. Sometimes I say we have to blame ourselves. Blaming yourself on your situation because you should have known better. See that? You should have known better because you experienced it before. You know it before. But yet and still, you are still making the same mistakes. So, Liberian professional motivators say, it is time for we, the youth, to blame ourselves with some other situation that we find ourselves in today. Because you're never going to blame anybody for your situation. Because you know your situation, you know your problem. And you decided to live in it. And you decided to die in it. And you decided to drain in it. And at the end of the day, and you said, God, why you hate me? God did not hate us. God said, it is my promise to bless you, to guide you, to protect you. He said to Jeremiah, Jeremiah, I have no plan of harming you, but a plan for prosperity for you. And I believe that God has a plan for each and every one of us. As you were born from your teenager, before you hit the class of your youth, God has prepared something for you. God has made a preparation. He said to Jeremiah, when you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. My plan to what? To prosper you, but not to harm you. But why are we harmed today? Why are we suffering today? Why are we not married? Why are we still loving around as a woman of 45, 50? Why are we still gallivanting around as a man of 50 going to 70? Because what? We have ourselves to be blamed. In the same manner, you have to recognize that your life based on your self-belief. What do we mean by self-belief? Self-belief is what? It's like an anxiety, the hope, the faith, or the strongest understanding that you have for yourself as an individual. If you always have in mind that, oh, things are hard, I'm suffering, I don't think I can do this, I don't think I can make it, I think that my life will just be like this. That is your mindset. Because you are trying to play with your spiritual, divine faith that can upgrade you, that can catapult you, that can improve your life. You demoralize it. And demoralization, it causes what? Poverty and long-term suffering. Who brought it to you? It is you yourself. Because you don't believe in yourself. You don't trust yourself. You have low hope. You have low faith. You think that what have happened to you the first time, it will still continue. You don't want to build out another defense, for another obstacles for yourself. Because you think that the first defense that you build with your relationship with the other person or with the other guy fail you, so you believe that you will be failed all the time. We have ourselves to be blamed. Change your mind. Change your thinking. Live a life that you think that your daily dreams, your daily thoughts should be like, I am born for prosperity. I am born to achieve. I am born to accomplish. Failure to have those mind thinking, it crumbled your life. What am I saying this? It's because when you look in Africa today, there are a lot of television shows that are moving around. And when those are radio stations like Spoon Talk, Freedom FM, when they are doing their broadcasts, some of the youth that they can interview, even their first response to the TV, they have already what? Denied themselves with responsibility. They have denied themselves with accomplishment. They have denied themselves with achievement. Because what they say is that what exactly that represents them. But if I want to be Mr. David Kokradie today, if I'm taking an interview physically on the broadcast TV in Monrovia with my situation, my first language for my mouth or my speech is to motivate myself. My motivation is like, first of all, I will tell the Spoon TV that I, David Kokradie, believe in myself. And I believe in myself that I can make it in my country. I believe in myself that everything that I touch can be happening. To everything, there's a conjunction, there's a but. But first you have to what? No, raise the faith in yourself. Raise your faith up. Speak positive things about yourself before you speak about a situation. But a lot of these days, we put the situation first. We describe the situation, how it depleting us, how it's suffering us. And if you put the situation into your life, that because of a situation you cannot survive, you will never survive. You will never survive. Because what? You are looking at the situation that is so big that you cannot overcome it. That is so big that you cannot even survive in it. But what the Bible teaches us, or what God said to us, the Bible said, by faith, you can overcome. He said, if you have a little faith, like a mustard seed, you can command the mountain. Say, mountain, remove, it can be removed. You can ask the sea, say, roll away the sea. But if you do not create that little faith in you, as a young adult, as a young youth within yourself, you have depleted your life. You have overlooked yourself. We need to learn to believe in ourselves. No matter how the situation is. Sometimes when you watch some military show, if the man that is hit by the bullet, he will say, guys, I will survive. I believe I'm going home. Through his mouth, what he uttered from his mouth. That's why the colleague says, look, brother, you are making it. The helicopter is going to pick you up. And in less than 2 hours, you're going to be up. My friend, you can make it. That is the courage of life. That is the faith of life. You will be hit by a bullet. You will be hit by the enemy. But believe that you can survive it. See that? Believe that you can survive it. Sometimes the bullet cannot even hit us. We can start predicting. We can start predicting our own death. The water I'm going for, I don't think I'm going to return back. You already want to kill yourself. The hunger that in this country, I don't think I'm going to survive it. The suffering that in Liberia is too much. I don't think I can make it. The suffering that here, it can't allow me. I don't think. You are already condemned yourself. So some of the problem today that we have is from our own mouth. That's what the book of Ecclesiastes says. Be careful with your mouth. What you release out of your mouth, it can live with you. He said your words are powerful. That's what the Bible says. See, your words are powerful. Because when you speak your word, it has power to subdue and to elevate. So when you speak negative about your life, you expect negative things in your life. We have to what? Have self-confidence. Live a life with what we call self-confidence. Live a life with proud. Live a life with dignity. Live a life with what? Positive thinking. We all are human. I know the weakness, the fear is living with us. But if we are guided by the wisdom and the knowledge of God that the Bible spoke about, that do not waver. Your faith should not waver. The Bible said there is time for everything. There's time to be born. There's time to die. There's time to suffer, and there's time to survive. There's time to rise up, and there's time to fall. But he said, during those times, you have to believe in yourself. He said there's season for everything. It's not because that the rain is falling on your side today that the sun will never shine on your side. Have hope, have faith. What your precondition was, your past conditions, do not judge yourself with your past condition. Because if you try to reflect yourself with your past situation, you will not recover the present. That's what the Bible says. That whatever has passed is in your past. Say, behold, everything has passed, and behold, everything has become new again. You have to renew your life with your situation, with your conditions that you find yourself in today as a youth of this world. In the same process, you do not have to wait, because the old things will pass and the new things will come. So as the new technology, the new advancement, the new way of life comes, you adapt into those new things. Don't still say, I'm going back to the old, because the old cannot put you to the present. And the present will still advance, but then you still relying on the old substances or old ideology. You cannot make it. If you can see today in the world, when it comes to military wise, political, military problems of this world today, those AK-47, those mass function guns that you gotta crack it, shoot it, this, that, they are no more. You see the technology world today that you see, drums can go and fly over country and go drop their bomb and come back. Fighter jet that take 15 minutes to tackle and return back on base in less than 2 hours. These are the new life. They are the new things that we all need to embrace. Embrace your life with new ideas. Embrace your life with new advancement. Stop thinking about the old life where you've been so superior to somebody over 10 years, 15 years. You're just superior to that person. Inferior to that person, excuse me for that. You always look for way to equip yourself so that you cannot be inferior to somebody. But today, our minds are not recapturing. We are still blaming other people for our situation. You don't have to blame anybody. Talk to yourself. Listen to yourself. Evaluate yourself. What are the mistakes I'm making? Why am I still like this? I have not made a decision. If you are a woman, why am I still not married? Why am I still loving around that I have to go out there love before I feed my children? Or I have to sleep to 4 or 5 men before I come home, before I put food on the table? Think about this. Why not I change the strategy? Why not I look for something to start my own thing? Or as a man, why would I be a liability to my friend man? Why I cannot turn 100 and 200 US into something better, into something bigger in less than 6 months? But when I get the money, I want to go to the nightclub tonight and burn it out with a shower. Why I cannot take that $250 US and target some kind of thing that I can put it into and start turning it around? It's not in our head. But what we feel, think about is, or what we feel is like, I've been spoon feed. Or people been helping me with little things. That's what I've been living. And that's what the mindset you have. That's how you're going to be living. Because you call, they send you lay $50, and you go buy one bag of red, 2-3 bag of red, you lay by it for 2-3 months, you lock it again, you call the other friend, you call the other brother. Look, this is not what you are. This is not who you are. You are smarter enough. You are brilliant enough. You are so eloquent enough to understand yourself as a good person, as a good woman, as a good girl, to do what you think you can do. Our whole life today, based on calculation. If you cannot calculate, if your brain is sitting without mechanical calculation functioning within your brain, you are living dead. I'm sorry to say that. You are living dead. Because if you think that whatever that I see today will still remain the same, you are fooling yourself. Wake up, my sister, my brother, my loved one, my uncle, my dad. Wake up. Nothing that you see today will remain the same. Nothing will remain the same. If things were going to remain the same, me and you, we were not going to have problem with our life today. Those days, the telephone that we use, you got to hold the hand, spin it, turn it, you leave it before it rings. But now you are having a cell phone where you can talk to your mom face to face, you can talk to your girlfriend, you guys can do video call. Why are you not thinking? Hey, do you think? Are you thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you observing what I'm observing? Before then, you never used to have a car that even have a GPS system in it or have a satellite system built in the car. But now, as you drive from here to Canada to New Jersey, they track you as your car passing by the border. Satellite system built in it. You use your GPS connecting to your car from the touchscreen in front of your car. You can drive from Canada to Mexico, from Mexico to Guatemala, the whole of North America. You can tour it with your car GPS. That should ring the bell in the ear that things changes. When things changes, life need to be changed. Understanding have to be changed. Behavior need to be changed. Way of living have to be changed. Understanding have to be changed. But many of us today, we are still holding on to the old. Our life today as a youth is built on our mindset. If you don't want to believe that, you need to change your mindset. Then you are not ready to take up the new world. Because the new world that we find ourselves in has some beautiful colors, brilliant, excellent, that we find ourselves today. It is a tough world. It is a world of understanding. It is a world of putting your mind to work. It's no longer sleeping time because the strategies and the techniques of the devil is working all night. It's penetrating. It piercings our lives. If we having to be the new generation today, we have to see ourselves like the new generation. You don't want to see yourself like you are still in 1972 or 1875, no more. Because it's not going to work for us. And it will never work for us. That is why today you see that many of our youth today that believe in like, okay, I think I can what? I can get married and have a beautiful wife in 2 days, and 2 days in life will be fine. But you are not calculating the damages that the new technology have caused. You are not even, you feel like, the old people feel like, okay, no, you got to get, married, your wife will going to be with you, everything going to be fine. You got to do this, you got to do that when you do this. But it's a different ball game. Unless if you are blessed. Unless when God bless you. Unless when God bring you your destiny. But your thinking will never be zero thinking. My thinking will, your thinking will never be Peter Ono thinking. That is why you put everything. God said what? He said to us, if you believe in me, believe also in my Father who is in heaven. That's what Jesus Christ said. So if you believe in me as a son of God, also believe in my Father who is in heaven. But many of us today, we are not seeing what we can believe in. What is the truth and what is the reality of this world? And the reality that I want to tell you today as a professional motivator is that know that you have to give yourself to the idea or the ideology of modern life, not the old life where you trust somebody so much, why you believe in somebody so much. Even those days, if a man in the past, if a man believed in his wife, but not our own time, the only thing you can give to the women of these days is you give them the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt is telling them who you are presenting yourself and doing all your best. But sometimes you don't trust it all. The Bible says that I can assure you that never trust in the word, but what? Trust in yourself. Neither anyone, because they will still betray you. So today, as a youth of this world, you have to understand that your living today, it should be based on the update of everything that you see today. The update of life. Put yourself in the update of life today. If I talk about update of life, those days your woman don't have food. She don't have means to talk to anybody. Your husband don't have food. You and your husband, you travel, you go to the same place, you come down, you take the same flight, you come back. But where we find ourselves today, we have many, many things that attached to the word. The app that you have in your phone, your fiancé don't have it. Why you have in your phone is just crazy. It's just beyond crazy. But within those situations, what you can do for yourself is your self-confidence. Because even if somebody have been carried away from you from the modern technology or whatever, is what you believe that you can do. If you do it and you focus on it, you can change the life of somebody that have been carried away by the modern lifestyle. Say, look, I think Paul is serious. Because it's like you born with it and you trust it and you can live it. So if somebody is living with you, seeing, going ahead, doing his or her own thing, but you still focus on what you believe in, you can change that person. You can renew that person. And the person says, but I'm doing that, I'm doing this, but the person is still focusing. I feel like I can have this, I can have another, but the person is still just, look, I'm telling you, focus. Focus, my youth. Focus, my audience. Focus. The war can take away from you. The war can take $1 million away from you today. But you can retrieve that money by somebody can rob you, somebody can scam you. $1.3 million from your scam you and take that money away. But so long you focus, you can recover all those losses, all the assets back. The only way when somebody scam you, you will lose your mind and you will go down is because when you lose your mind, you lose focus. That's why the Bible says, do never lose focus. It says, well, stay focused, stay framed, because there will be heavy stones that will come. So there will be a stone in your life. Those stones will hit you hard. I remember in the Bible when Peter saw Jesus Christ, when Jesus was walking on the Sea of Galilee, when Peter saw Jesus and he said, Jesus, I want to walk and come to you. At that time, Peter was having faith. He said, yes, Peter, you can walk and come to me. But as Peter began to step, because the first faith that Peter believed that he can go. But when Peter was going towards Jesus, when the storms start evaporating in the air, oh my Jesus, Peter began to lose focus. And what the Bible said, he said when Peter began to lose focus, he began to drown. He shouted, oh Jesus, come for me. Sometimes that is what exactly happened to us with the youth today. Because when we have our life, the woman lose our focus. The relationship that we lose, it make us lose our mind, change our attitude. It make us aggravated. Look, you don't have to be the Peter. Jesus said what? Look up to me. Live for your faith and live up to me. I will carry you through. I want for God to carry you through tonight. I want for your dream to come true. I want for your faith to come true. All your past years, I want you to know that you have to blame yourself because you never been focused. You lose your focus. You lose your hope. You fear that every little breeze that comes in your life, it was the end of your life. But from the morning, from me tonight, I want you to build up your faith. Whether you lose your marriage, whether somebody robbed you, whether somebody killed your father, whether your mom was, look, even if you are the only born child of your family, remember tonight that God has a purpose for you. And believe in yourself. It is only because of you today that family name will rise again. And they will be known. Don't lose focus. Thank you. God bless you tonight. I hope that this Wednesday night will motivate you and encourage you for your future and for your life. Believe in yourself. Be strong. Blame yourself for the past years that you have spent because you've never been focused. You have been losing hope. You have been influenced. You deny yourself some areas where you believe you can make it, but you say you can't make it. You believe that only that woman alone can make you who you want to be. And you were what? You were inferior to her, or you were inferior to him. But today, as you let God wake up your spirit, as the new life comes, as you embrace it, the new life, you embrace it with a new idea, with new mindset. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. This is Liberia Professional Motivator and Lifestyle Developer. I will see you on another episode. Thank you. Bye.